Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're going to do something a bit different today. We are going to do a layout update. That is right. What I've decided to do was keep the two layout tables that I have already and turn them into a summer theme table. So I'm just going to go around and show you what I've done so far. On the outsides of the tracks, around the entire layout, I am going to most likely have it as a country theme, and then as you move past the track into the table, it's going to be a more of a city scene. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do on this corner is have my Walther's Cornerstone City Water Tower almost on a berm, pretty much right where these trucks are, and have it scenic around it, a chain link fence, and then have a pathway so city trucks can go up to maintain the tower. Those Hydro 1 trucks are going to go on the other side of the layout, but I'll show you that in a bit. But moving along, I'll show what else I've done. I've kind of started playing with the idea of what I'm going to do for ballast when I get to that point. So what I've done is I've taken my medium ballast brown and my medium ballast gray blend. I think I did 2 cups of the gray blend to 1 cup of the brown, and that's what it's looking like. I think it's going to look really nice because I kind of wanted to steer away from just the gray ballast and almost add a bit of color to it. So what I've done is I've added brown to it. I think it's going to look really, really nice when you have it around the green, the leaves, and just it'll make it stand out a bit more, I hope. So I'm looking forward to doing that when I get to that point. But moving along, I've just started bringing up some kits and playing with the idea of where I'm going to put them. This inner circle right here is going to be all city, and then as I explained, all the outside is going to be country. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put here. And then moving down this way, I've kind of thrown this together. This isn't glued down, but I've kind of almost made a berm or a hill on where this country house is going to sit. And I thought it would be kind of neat to have the house at the front and then the garage at the back. So there would be a road going straight across here, and then you'd go up the driveway past the house into the back where the garage would be. So none of this is glued in yet. None of this is permanent yet. This is just kind of an idea of what I might do. So I got to still figure that out, but that's probably where that'll probably stay for now. And then moving along, that's my control Digitrax. But underneath this, I have an issue with my track. When I run my locomotives, the front wheels and the trucks always pop off the rails. So I got to figure out what to do with this area of the track. So I have to do that. And then I also have an issue with that area of the track where the switches are. It's almost like a dead zone. So when I take my locomotives over that, they'll pass along here, no issues. But as soon as they get here, the train dies, and then you kind of have to nudge it with your hand to get it going again. So I got to figure out what the issue with that is. And then I've also dug out some kits that I'm going to be building. I'll be building my Silver Springs bus terminal and my DQ grill and chill. And I've also started to bring out some other kits that I have to finish assembling. This is going to be my church. What I might do with this is finish building this and then almost have a cemetery pretty much where those lights are. Kind of make it more of a, well, I'd say not a focal point, but almost more interesting just than having a church in a parking lot. So I might do that. I just don't know where I'm going to put those yet. And then I brought out some scenery detail, my tunnel portals. These are utility poles, which I got to also build. I might keep those more in the city, or I might put those around the country. I still have to figure that out. So those look like they're going to be super fun to build. Nice small pieces. Yay. And then moving along, I built this. This is going to be a bookstore named after my wife. And this is the Clydendale's Barrel Factory. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put that. Just brought out some rock mold to see if I can put them anywhere, or I could use them anywhere. And then this is the grass that I've been using, and I'll show you that in a minute. I did a 50-50 blend, and I'll show you what grass I used in a few minutes. And then I brought out some rolling stock. This is my John Deere Wide Vision caboose. It's an Athearn product, and I bought this off of eBay a while ago as I knew I was going to do a John Deere custom train, and I definitely had to have it, so I bought it. And then to have a John Deere train, you got to have some cars. I have 2 combine loads. They are the Maximizer. I don't know if the numbers are on this or not, but if they are, I'll definitely post them in the description below. So I have my caboose, 2 combine loads. They've been dismantled, so when they get to the plant, they'll be assembled and then sent to the new owner. Moving along, I have a car with 2 graders. They are the 77 or 770CH motor grader. Moving along, the 2 backhoes, the 310 SE. Two 624J wheel loaders, and then the 650H. I have 3 dozers on a flat car, and then in the background you see my new locomotive 8102, 8100. And what I had to do for these 2 locomotives, I'm going to speed match them and then have them pull the John Deere cars. So I got to speed match those. And then I just did this today. I added some greenery. I think it looks really, really nice, especially when I come back in and add some trees and some detail pieces to it. And moving across, I am also working on the city station. This is the base for it, but I was not happy at all with the color that it came in. This is the color that it came in. It's almost a purple red color. So what I did was I primed it and I painted it with the Tamiya Royal Light Gray, and I think it looks a lot better. So I'm just waiting for that to dry. And then moving across, I started work on my water area. This is just a very, very rough, very first coat. I'll probably do a lot more after this. I want to make it blend a bit better and then have the colors pop out a bit more. But I'll show you what I used. I use the navy blue, which is this, as my shallow water, and then my deep blue, which is this. As you see, it's definitely not as strong as it's going to be. It's just the first coat, and I'll come back in afterward and touch it up with a couple more coats. So I have to do that. I got to paint the rocks, which is there, and then right here. And then I built this yesterday, which is the bottom for my barn. As I said, this is going to be, the outside of this is going to be all country. So what I did was I glued this together with my wife's help, because to be honest, this bottom piece was a pain. I sanded it and I sanded it and I glued it and it fell apart, and I glued it again, and it just wasn't really lining up with the base of the barn, which is there. So I had to figure out how I'm going to have this sit on this, because it's not really level and it's not sitting well. So what I might have to do is cut the floor and then expand it and then glue it back together. But as I painted it yesterday, what I used was the stone gray. I used the stone gray for the walls, but what I might do is a light, almost like a watered version of the burnt umber, and then come back in and then do the burnt umber over the rock already. And then I had to get a brown and then paint the door and the windowsills. And then moving across, I'm gonna have a road going into the city, and then I have a farmhouse, which I already had pre-built. And then what I did was I added this hill, and then I dug out my little car to almost kind of make a driveway for it. So I had that pretty much all planned out. What I might do is sand this down a bit more and then add this as a gravel driveway. But I just wanted to show you what I've been doing in the last couple of days, because I know I haven't posted anything in a while. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm definitely going to keep up more on this, and I'll show you guys what I do in the next couple of days, because I got a lot to do, as you see with the amount of stuff in the middle of the layout. But I just wanted to show you what I've done and what I'm doing. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, everybody.